Hey friends, today I'm going to share with you guys my income report for October 2020 for two blogs I manage. The first one is my lifestyle blog that I've been managing for the last 10 years but only been monetizing for the last few years. And then the second one is the cooking blog that I share recipes with my mom, and that one is also getting the same amount of traffic as my 10-year blog, but this one's only about a year and a half old. So that's really exciting, and we've only been monetizing for the last 4 months or so. So that's what I'm going to share with you guys. And I do have two other blogs that are kind of in the works right now, and those are getting ramped up. They only have about 16 blog posts, so I'm not going to share anything about that because they're making $0. I'm going to share with you guys the activities that have been happening along the way, and also share with you guys all of this just to inspire you. I hope what you guys take away from this is some motivation on just starting to create so that in the future you can start monetizing the things that you have created. Truly, when I'm sharing this with you guys is because I want to inspire people that you can create things that you love and want to write about, or even like just doing and pursuing a side hustle and seeing monetization generated from it after putting a lot of hard work into it. And so really that's what I want to share with you is, yeah, the money is great and seeing the money and could inspire you, right? But also the work that it takes to get there. So I'm going to share all that with you in this video, and this is I think my third blog income report that I have done. And you guys can search my channel to see other blog income reports that I've done in the past, but this one's focused on two blogs that I can manage in my margins of life right now. And for those of you guys that don't know, I have a full-time career. I also have 4 kids at home, so my life is really busy, and stuff like this I basically set it up and then maintain as I go. So I'm going to share with you guys exactly what it takes to generate about $2,000 a month passively. And I use the term passively loosely just because passive can mean different things to different people. Let's talk about the traffic on my lifestyle blog and what I do to create and generate content. So on my lifestyle blog, I write about 2 main topics. The first one is motherhood. The second one is DIY projects. So whenever I have like a motherhood tip that I think of just randomly during the week, I will write them down, and that will be a blog post for the week. And I write it in terms of how someone would search for it, right? The second thing is the DIY project. So if I'm doing a project around the house, namely if my husband's doing a DIY project around the house, I'm literally taking photos of him and asking him for the steps, and I'm writing them down and I'm posting them on the blog. That's literally what I do. And so as you can see, I'm going to go to Google Analytics, and I've got about 57,688 page views this month. That is actually the most traffic I've ever gotten. And I know that I have 2 or 3 Christmas posts that are doing quite well. We have like this Christmas tree collar that I made with our family's name on it using one of these like Cricut machines that I have back here. And basically that one's like generating crazy amount of traffic right now just because we're in Q4. So Q4 is generally when all the holiday stuff, all my holiday posts around like Christmas tree roundups, Christmas decor roundups, Christmas gift ideas for kids roundups, like those go crazy. And so right now I'm seeing the most traffic I've ever seen on my site. And so every year, if I'm focused on the right things, which is making sure that my content is optimized for not only users but also search engines, I'm gaining more traffic year over year. And so this is showing it. I've got 57,688 page views this month. If I go to Mediavine, I literally made last month, let's see here, I literally made $1,800 last month, okay, from 57,000 page views. I mean, that is a lot of money, guys. Like that is a lot of money. Like that's crazy to me that I can be writing only a few blog posts. So last month I made $1,800 from that blog. Like that is crazy to me. And I'm going to share with you guys how much content I created in the last few months in order to get that traffic. So what I generally do is I go to Feedly. Feedly is where I keep track of a lot of my competitors in that niche, or inspiration for that niche. And so I generally see, like, I get inspired when I know that other people are also still creating, and so I'm trying to catch up to them. That's how I motivate myself. So with Feedly, what I do is I follow all of the bloggers that I aspire to be or I'm inspired by, and then I see that they're always generating content, because Feedly, what it is an RSS reader. So anytime anyone posts anything new on their blog, you will actually get notified via Feedly, or actually you get to see it in that feed. And what that allows you to do is see what they're writing about, and then you get inspired, not necessarily copy, but literally get inspired by hey, number one, like they're creating content, you should be also. And then secondly, you can see the different topics that they're writing about and thinking about like ideas for titles based off of what titles they're using. And so that's how I use Feedly. But I'm going to show you real quick here for my blog, okay, for the lifestyle blog. I literally wrote in the last 50 days 3 blog posts, and I'm generating $1,800 a month. But I've been doing this for quite a while. So if you go down and look at my post content, I mean, I've written a lot, right? And so let me scroll down real quick just to show you guys how much content I have on this blog. And I've been doing this for the last 10 years, and again, just monetizing over the last, 4 or 5 years. And so I have 561 articles on this site. Some of them are literally like 3 or 4 sentence posts that never get seen, never get the light of day, right? But a lot of them now, but the more recent ones are about 1,500 words long, okay? So that's really what it boils down to, is like, until you figure out like the mechanism in which you can generate traffic, that's when the money will come. But if you don't start, you don't learn. Literally, you have to do baby steps. So go create a blog post that's 500 words, figure out if it's ranking or not, and then you continue to iterate on it. So this is the blog that is making $1,800 a month in Q4, right? Generally during the rest of the year where it's not Q4, it's around like $800-900, okay? But $1,800, like your money is literally doubling in Q4 because advertisers are wanting to advertise. And what's really cool about being part of like an ad network like Mediavine is you kind of get a sense based on your revenue, how much like the economy is booming based on how people are using their advertising spend. So if you think about it, if you're using your blog for passive income because you're running ads and you're creating content, money goes up when big things are happening. For instance, right now there's an election and voting going on, right? And so there's a lot of politicians wanting to run ads on your blog, and you don't manage any of that, right? Your ad network manages all that for you. But they're spending a ton of money in Q4. And if you think about holidays and just our consumerism, just the consumerism that we are in today, like ad revenue skyrockets in Q4. Q4 is an amazing time for bloggers and content creators just because the ad revenue is just amazing during this time of year, okay? So that is my lifestyle blog, and my lifestyle blog actually tends to make more per page view than does the cooking blog. And I think it's because, with the lifestyle blog, it's more geared towards like buying things, whereas cooking blog is more of like, hey, learn and then leave, right? So here I'm going to share with you guys my mom's blog. This one, last 50 days, I've only done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've done 6 blog posts, okay? They're always around 1,000 words per post, and I write very deeply on this content. So what I'll write about is like, hey, how do I make this sandwich? And then I'll say, what is this sandwich? Where's the origin? What are different ways to shop for the ingredients for this recipe? And then like I share the recipe, and then I have a closing statement that kind of wraps up the whole entire blog post, okay? And if you look at Mediavine, I'm going to switch sites, and you can have multiple sites that you're monetizing via Mediavine. I made $1,200 last month, $1,228.91 to be exact. If I look at Google Analytics, I have 50,877 page views for that month alone. You can see the difference between a lifestyle blog and a cooking blog. So it really depends on the niche that you're in and how much you're making, okay? And so this one, as you can see, I have about 101 articles on there, and I have a list of big competitors that I look at to compare like what they're writing on, and I have a sense of what I should be writing about. And it just definitely helps me understand like content creation and the types of content that will get eyes on it, which will then generate revenue. So you have to think in terms of what do your readers want to know and how would they think of it, and that's how you curate and create content. It's based on your readers and what they want to know, not necessarily your experiences. You sprinkle in your experiences within the blog post, but you write it and structure it in a way that is findable and discoverable by your readers. Okay, so I'm going to show you my Mediavine dashboard so that you guys can see a comparison comparison between a cooking blog and a lifestyle blog and how much it makes. So this might be helpful if you're trying to determine your niche and what niche to go in, just so that you can see the stark differences in RPM as well as like income, just so that you have some awareness of it. Because, you know, choosing your niche is important. Number one, because you don't want to get bored about what you're writing about. And secondly, it might be more lucrative in one niche versus another. And thirdly, I would say that it really doesn't matter. You just need to get started. Okay. Anyway, if you want to see it, I'm going to show it. So on the left is my cooking blog. On the right is our lifestyle blog, okay? And so we've got an earnings of, let's say for today, $41.91 on the cooking blog, $77.29 on the lifestyle blog. And we also have, let's see, I have double the amount of sessions for the lifestyle blog. But if you look at the income here, okay, that is the difference between what was the lifestyle blog versus what is the cooking blog. And obviously I'm making more money on the lifestyle blog because number one, it's been around for 9 more years than the cooking blog. But you can see the last 30 days how much I've made from the cooking blog versus the lifestyle blog. So overall, I mean, I'm only writing less than 5 or 6 blog posts per blog, right? And I'm doing it in my free time. I'm not having to go anywhere. I'm taking pictures of things I'm already doing around the house or already cooking, and then I'm posting it on a website that I've set up. Now, what I will tell you is that I'm starting a new blog just to test this theory out even further. So I've duplicated it with another blog around like chatbots. I then have created another one around just being in a career field. If you're trying to make money via a blog, you have to understand the business you're in, and it's literally content creation. You should be creating content, and you should be creating good content, and that good content takes about 1 to 2 hours a week to create a really good piece in order for it to be discoverable via either a social media channel that you focus on, which might be Pinterest, or via a search engine, which might be Google. It should be Google because Google is the #1 search engine in the world right now. So that's really it. I'm literally just creating about less than 10 blog posts a month in the margins of life that I have, and just creating that content, structuring it in a way that makes sense, and also following some of my competitors via Feedly, but not obsessing over it. I just see what they're doing, and then I get motivated by it, and then I continue to create content. I'm going to create a totally different video around how I capture the ideas I want to write about. I use Notion, and I'll show you guys how I set that up. I also use Airtable from time to time just to capture just analytics from our blogs, just to compare the numbers. But at the end of the day, like, I realized that I was spending way too much time on just reviewing and analyzing the numbers and the metrics. But what I realized is that where the money comes in is when I create content that is consumable by my readers. And I know you guys love blog income reports, so I'm taking the time to create content for blog income reports rather than writing a blog post. So those are the things, the trade-offs that I'm working through now. So instead of having trade-offs of analyzing metrics, figuring out what to do versus creating content, I side on creating content. Now what I am arguing with myself on is, what content do I create? Do I create one for the lifestyle blog or the cooking blog, or do I create one for YouTube, which is now blowing up? So those are the business trade-offs that I think you should think about as a content creator. Instead of just sitting there and wishing to start a vlog, you should be creating content. So stop watching YouTube and go create content. Literally, that's my advice to you. My intent is to continue creating content that I enjoy writing content on, like my lifestyle blog. I'm kind of getting tired of creating content on it, but I'm going to continue to write at least 2 blog posts a month on it. For the cooking blog, I'm really focused on getting 250 blog posts out there, and then just then after that, like kind of slowly but surely just creating 1 blog post a month on that one. I've got 4 other projects that I'm working on, 2 of which are other blogs, and then I have a YouTube channel, and then I also have an idea for an app, and so I'm learning how to program that way. And so these are the different side projects that I am currently working on. I'm one of those people that love to learn, and so I've got like 4 other projects up my sleeve to kind of figure out. One of them involves YouTube, and another one involves creating more blog content on a different topic altogether. So that is what I'm working on, and like I said, once you kind of get the hang of like creating the foundation of your blog, you'll have 1 project to work on, and that's what I would recommend. Instead of like squirreling and like thinking about all these different things you could be working on, go create a blog, focus on creating content, like focus on creating 100 pieces of content and writing those ideas down and then creating content every single day. You'll get really good at it, more efficient, and then you'll start seeing traffic flow in, okay? That is my biggest tip to you guys. I hope that is helpful to you guys, but honestly, again, I'm gonna repeat it, you're in the business of content creation and publishing content. And if you're not creating content and you're just watching YouTube, get off of YouTube. Go start your blog right now because that is the only way to get started. If you guys like this video, go ahead and click on the subscribe button. Go ahead and click on the bell to get notifications the next time I create new videos on blogging. And if you guys have questions or comments or on anything that I've talked about today, go ahead and leave a comment below. I'll make sure that I answer. So thank you again. Have a great day.